Okay, what's up, YouTube? You know who it is. It's Space Crypto coming at you again one more time. I'm about to give you a video talking about this Thrustmaster rudder pedals, the TFRP rudder pedals. Shout out to everybody that's tuning into this video. Remember to leave a like, remember to share, remember to subscribe. So let's get into it. So I've been using these rudder pedals for a little bit to play Flight Simulator. That's the game I usually play with these, and it's a pretty good rudder pedal. But I'm looking to actually switch it out to the Cytec rudder pedals because they're, obviously, there's some good things with this pedal, but there's also some things that I don't like, and I want to touch on that. You know, it's a decent pedal for the price. I think on Amazon I paid about $130 for these. So it's some decent pedals for the price, and they do the job. They do the job. You can use it for flight simulation. You can also use it for driving. There's actually a driving mode switch. If I can probably show it, I'm not sure if I can show it here, but I got a lot of stuff. I actually got a whole racing pedal right there. But there's actually a switch here, if you guys can see that. So currently right now it's in airplane mode, but you could actually put it in car mode or driving mode, and it will essentially turn into a racing pedal, right? It will turn to a racing pedal similar to that. So you can actually use, there's multiple use cases for this. So it is not only a flight pedal, but it's obviously better used as a flight pedal because of just the way it works. It has, it has the axis of motion. So as you can see, a good range of motion too. It's pretty well built as well. But the problem with this is that you do not have any way to adjust the tension. So there's no way to make it, to increase the tension to make it harder to move, because the fact that it's so light, it's very light and very lightweight, very easy to push forward and backwards, and that's not a great thing, right? That's not necessarily a good thing when you are trying to make those slight adjustments on your turns. When you're just trying to make slight turns while you're flying the plane, when you're trying to turn the plane around and stuff like that, those little slight adjustments, it's harder to make those adjustments when you essentially are, it's hard to make those slight adjustments when it's so light, and there's no way to adjust the tension on it. Now the Cytec pedals have a little knob in the middle that you can just twist. You can just twist it, and it will adjust the tension, make it more tense and make it harder to move, which is great because then it makes it easier. It allows you to make those minor adjustments pretty easily, right, when you're trying to turn the plane around and things like that. Now it does have a pretty good braking system, a great range on the brakes. The brakes feel great, I will give it that. That's one of the pros, I would say. Like, the brakes feel great, but I mean, apart from that, apart from the brakes, there's not many other pros that I could say other than the fact that it's also well built. It is a Thrustmaster, so they do build great products, right? And the other positive is obviously that it has the car mode. So if you want to use this for both rudder pedal as well as a racing pedal, you can do that, right? It will allow you to adjust that if you don't want to have to buy a separate racing pedal, which a lot of people do. But there are ways you could also do this via the software, right? So you don't necessarily need to change it on the hardware, in order for you to make it into a race pedal, there's actually software that you can use to adjust the settings, or you can adjust the settings on your software, and it will recognize any game, whether it be Forza Horizon or any one of those games, will recognize it as a racing pedal. So that's there as well. So it's not really a huge deal that they have that, but it is a nice feature to have as well. uh but yeah, I mean, it's a very light pedal, very, very light. So it's hard to make those minor adjustments. It will make much larger adjustments than you want, but I'm going to do some testing on this, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about where it relates to all the minor adjustments. Also, another thing that I want to talk about is the fact that it slides a lot. It slides a lot. It's very easy, if it's very easy to push it forward, you know, it's very easy. It doesn't really stay on the ground. It's very, it slides a whole lot. So, and that's not great, when it's sliding like that, because, you know, it's very difficult to use it when it's constantly sliding, right? So that's another thing that I noticed. You're probably gonna have to push it against a wall or something like that to stop it from sliding forward. But it does have that thing that it does slide a lot. So I just want you guys to be aware of that as well. Um, yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be doing some testing on this with Flight Simulator, and just kind of give you my thoughts on just how it works. Basically, going to show you guys the how these rudder pedals work. As you can see, I got my camera showing you the rudder pedal, how it works, and I'm just going to use this little training activity to start, flying plane. So, as I said, the rudders are very light, so it makes it a little bit difficult to really control the plane. You have to really, you know. So you see, it's a little bit difficult. See, I'm running off the runway and everything because it's so light. I'm not good at this, by the way, but even so, like, it's just so hard, man, to use these. And I feel like if I could just adjust the tension, it'd be a lot better. I technically passed it, but now I gotta. Um, okay, so they're saying I'm too far. So so it's gonna start me again. So let me just put full power. Made all those slight adjustments. Kind of hard, trying like you gotta really just make those slight adjustments. Try to stay on that. But see, it's just so light, man. I get used to it. I get to 55 knots. I think we're already there. Too much. All right. Yeah. So we're airborne now. 55 feet. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you guys want to pick up this rudder pedal, the link is in the description for this rudder pedal. My final thoughts on it are that if you have the extra $30, I would say just go get the Cytec pedals. I think those are better pedals to get than these. Just in my opinion, I just think that the Cytec pedal makes more sense. But I mean, these are okay pedals. They do get the job done. And if you're on a budget and you don't want to spend the $160 or whatever to get the Cytec pedals, you can just go ahead and just settle for these, and it will still give you a decent flight experience. I do like the brakes on them, but you know, as I said, the cons are that it's very light. You can't adjust the tension, and it's very slippery on the floor, things of that nature. Uh, so not the greatest rudder pedal in the world, but you can definitely check it out on Amazon. It's on Amazon right now. And yeah, so have a great day. I'm gonna be doing another review of the Cytec pedal next, like tomorrow. So definitely you guys want to check that out and have a great day. Pacey to sign out.